Now.
Hello everyone, good evening. We in our everyday life, we always are in action to find an answer to a problem or a conflict. That's the act of finding resolution. We always intend to start our new year with a resolution, a habit we all want to adopt to. I recently bought a telescope and I was admiring it in the new full moon day last week. And it has a superior quality of resolution. What's common in all these scenarios? Yes, it's resolution. And that's the theme of our meeting today. I'm sure we all will discover more dimension of this from our TMOD. Good evening once again, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Welcome to the 280th chapter meeting of Bane's Toastmaster Club. Our club provides a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Here are some basic resolutions we all take for next 2 hours in this meeting. We will mute our microphone when we are not speaking. We will rename ourselves by prefixing with our meeting role or Toastmaster if we are an active Toastmaster of our club, or guest if we are not Toastmaster yet. We'll put our mobile phones on silent mode to avoid any distraction when we get a chance to speak. We will be cognizant of body movements, multitasking, and background. We'll use chat box for any questions or comments or feedback to send it as one-to-one message to the speakers directly. We will appraise everyone who speaks in this meeting by clapping or using clap emoticon wherever the control is transferred. When we all begin speaking, the correct protocol is that we will greet in the following manner. Good evening, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. I now hand over the virtual stage to our presiding officer. He's working as a digital marketing manager. He loves reading books and watching web series. Currently, he's reading a book which is called Value Investing. Please welcome presiding officer, Santosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya, to start the meeting and sharing the resolution of this meeting. Let me call this meeting in order. Welcome to all at 280 chapter meeting Bane Toastmaster Club. Very good evening, my fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. I can see that we have a few guests. I would request them unmute and share to think how to get to know about this meeting and what are their expectations from this meeting. So let's start with the guest Atul.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, all my colleagues, fellow Toastmasters. This is Atul. I am staying at Baner, only Baner Pashan Think Road. I came to know about this Toastmaster Club from my wife actually, because she is aware about this club through her friends, and she told me that it's really a good to improve your skills, your communication, presentations, and all these things. So I'm working as a sourcing manager in American company in Pune only, and I would like to develop my presentation skills and communications as well. So I am hoping that I will get benefited through this club.
Sure. So Sure, Atul. And we have another guest with the not name but number 29246 EDB. Could you rename and please share your introduction with us? You are in mute. Okay, I think there's some. Now, the time to speak about the Toastmaster for the benefit of the guest and for our new member. If you think that communication skill is important for your personal and professional life, then you fall in right place. Toastmaster International is non-profit organizations and helps everyone to develop three skills. These three skills: communications, public speaking, and leadership skills. It is a global organization and it is available in 146 countries. Around the world, more than 60,000 clubs and 300,000 active members like us. I feel proud that I am part of such a big family. If you want to know more about Toastmaster International and Bane Toastmaster, then please connect our VPM Toastmaster Shivani and share your contact detail with us so that we can give you more information. Now, the time to speak on the theme. As a human, we have the expectation. We have expectation from the partner. We have expectation from our friend. We have expectation from our spouse, and we have expectation from the government. But sometimes what happens? We have the expectation from ourselves. Every new year, we would like to bring something new in our life. And these new thing or wanted to new thing, as per my understanding, is called the resolution. But it is my understanding. But today, we have someone who is IT professional, billiards champion, marathon runner, and amazing Toastmaster. She is going to help us to tell how to set the resolution for the new year and bring some changes in ourselves. So please welcome Toastmaster Renu on the virtual stage. Toastmaster Renu.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Santosh. Before I start my video, there is a disclaimer. The character that is coming up on the screen now does not have resemblance to anybody in this room. And I request the R counter, the language evaluator, to please ignore whatever the additions and R's and whatever which you find across in my communication today, because character mein aana padta hai. To feel the role, I have to do that. So let us see what is the TMOD having in store today. Hello, good afternoon, vadakkam. My name is Renu. Actually, you know what? That is my professional name. My real name is Padmavati Balaji Raj Adiveppa Yennu Swami and Kumaraswamy. This is my native name. You know what? I have a hotel in Chennai, and the name of my hotel is a Resolution. You must be wondering, what is this lady doing here? She is coming 2 months before the new year with a resolution. I don't know. It is going to be what you did as a resolution in this year and what you are going to do in the coming year. That is the difference. I tell you, the funda here being, it is to appraise, get into the learning rope to progress, to success, and make your life beautiful. I have that secret. I can share that with you. But before that, I want to know and tell you what is the agenda for today's program. We can talk about my hotel and you can visit whenever you want. To begin with, I am telling you, I have heard a lot of speakers and I also got to know about this Toastmasters platform here. So we have speakers over here who are amazing in their English. So the first part and the first section of today's TMOD is going to be about the prepared speeches. So let us see who is going to give their best to us. And in this section, after that, we will also see impromptu speeches. You know what? When people come to my hotel, no, they have got different taste for life. So I thought I also should bring about some change, some twist in their liking. And that is why I thought of serving different menu to them. And many a times I also have people asking something to me which is not in my menu card. So I think that is something which comes to me as impromptu and I should deal with it, how to give it to people. So for you, I have also brought impromptu session in the first part of the prepared speeches, which will be followed by impromptu speakers. To move forward before that, I have to tell you certain special menu that I have in my hotel. Now my hotel in Chennai, I cannot get here. But what I can do is, I can give you a virtual menu for your life. This will give you a wonderful miracle for your life. So for that, I have got amazing starters for you. Imagine all of you sitting on a Sunday afternoon and wonderful starters being served to you. What a wonderful feeling. Nothing to cook for all the ladies. Padmavati is there. Don't worry. What are the starters? Starters for your life. Everything cannot be eating, no. So think you have to get up early in the morning. You know what? I tell this to all the people. Getting up early in the morning, you will Hey Vinny. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Oh, yo, I thought I
Can't
lost.
see you, but
Okay. I thought there was a power cut problem. You see, a lot of power cut problem in Chennai. So what I thought, I was talking about starters. So wake up early in the morning and you can accomplish 30% of your major work between 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Second thing in the menu is exercise at least for 30 minutes. I can see so many question marks on all of your faces. But it is okay. Don't do it every day. Do it 4 times a week. Good for you. The third one being meditate. Think about positive thoughts. Such a wonderful starter for the day. Imagine you doing all this. But before I proceed, can somebody tell me how many of you have followed this in the entire year? Anybody? Oh, you only one person. Okay. Exercise means I know too much of physical effort, not doable by anybody. But it is okay. Sometimes instead of the pain in the bones and the joints, it is absolutely fine. You should take this effort, I think. Moving forward, I think we should also talk about the second half of the session, which is going to be evaluation. You know what? When I get into evaluation, I do that in my hotel all the time. And I have to keep a check. What is the stock in the kitchen? What are the cooks doing? What are the captains doing? Such a headache work, I'm telling you. But here in Toastmasters, we have A1 people doing all the evaluation perfectly. All in that box, I'm telling you, so difficult job to do. But then, before I start that and we go to the menu, I should also thank all my team members, who are standing here with me, making this a big success and doing all the preparation with me, It is very, very necessary, you see, because learning the ropes and having an appraise, you have to go hand in hand with all the people who are there to help you. So first and foremost, I have somebody who has done all of this preparation for me, agreed to do this for me, and I have to welcome that person who is also known as, now you see, people know me as Renu, but I am a Padmavati, Balaji Rajaswamy, Adivappa Kumaraswamy. So I have to take her name also. She is known as Sergeant at Arms, but her name is Toastmaster Priya. Please welcome her. We also have somebody who is going to give us the introduction of the word of the day and phrase of the day. You see, we people from Chennai, we have a little bit of an English problem. We are not American English, you see. But what we can do is, this word of the day and phrase of the day, which we get from the language evaluator, you see, we can learn, learning the rope. We can do that by using those words. Please welcome Toastmaster Hina.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renu, for such a wonderful start of the meeting. As a grammarian, it is, dear fellow Toastmasters, as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to listen to all the things that are said during the meeting and to note and report any particular effective usage of grammar and or grammatically incorrect speech. So I've read that key to getting ahead is to get started and be consistent at that. And all of us in this meeting have a common thread. The common thread being that all of us want to be great at communication skills. And for us to get better, it is extremely critical to use the right language and the right vocabulary. So today, I'm going to present you the word of the day and the phrase of the day that all of us are going to use it in the whole meeting so that we improve our vocabulary step by step and consistently. So the word of the day today is appraise, which means consider in a comprehensive way, assess the value or quality of. One of the usage can be, she walked around the side of the house to appraise the damage. Would anyone like to use the word of the day?
Evaluators always appraise the speakers in
Yes.
Toastmaster meeting.
That's correct. Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh. The phrase of the day today is learning the ropes, meaning learn how to do something. The usage, the business is new to them, but they will soon get to learn the ropes. Would anyone like to try the phrase of the day?
Nothing is impossible in the world. You just need to make your mindset to learn the rope.
That's great. Thank you so much. So we've already started our journey to get consistent and to get better at vocabulary. So let us continue to do that in the course of the whole meeting. And if any one of us uses the phrase of the day and the word of the day, I recommend that every one of us show a thumbs up emoji or on the video to upvote them. Thank you. And I will report my report when called for. Over to you, Toastmaster Renu.
Ayo, thank you so much, Toastmaster Hina. I'm learning so much from you. You know what? In our Chennai, I'm very particular. I have to open my hotel on time but the closing time is not fixed, you see. Too many customers, But in Toastmasters, it is very strict. We have somebody who's going to keep a track of this time. Please welcome Toastmaster Avinash.
मैं हूँ काल. My name is Timer. I am the timekeeper for all. And it's not the time, it's time for, there is a time allocated for each activity. And that activity, this call will tap on, or this timer will tap on each moment. In Toastmaster, we do have a allocated range. When speaker reaches to the mid of the allocated range, I will show the green card. Once the speaker reaches to the minimum medium mid range of the time, I will show the yellow card. And when speaker will reach the range end of the time, then I will show the red card. There will be grace period of 30 seconds before and after the green and the red card to qualify for the voting. And that will help to qualify for the voting, and I will give the report when I will call for. Over to you, Toastmaster Renu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avinash, for the wonderful introduction. Truly impressed. Now, when I sit in my hotel, now I have a South Indian hotel in Chennai. People come to me and say, Madam, can we have one aloo paratha? I'm like, what is that? Dosa, idli, uttapam, I can give. Aloo paratha in a Chennai, that is not possible. My customers come to me and say, Madam, what you are doing? This is not the right way to talk to your customer. I said, okay, sir, you tell me, in South Indian hotel, we cannot have North Indian menu. To keep a track of this and to stop doing that, I have Toastmaster Movies. Movies is going to be our counter for today. Can you explain your role, sir?
Thank you, Renu, for nice introduction of me. So, good afternoon, dear presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster and guest. So, today our theme is resolution. So, let's do some learning the ropes like to avoid crud sounds, filler words, and filler phases. Crud sounds means air, filler words mean but, so, like, well, and filler phase mean so, etc. in our speech. So today my duty as a counter is listen to attentively to each speaker, make a note of the following, make the note of these correct sounds and filler words and phrases, and when called upon, I will give a report to speaking errors. Back to Toastmaster Renu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Moise. Now I'm telling you, I am going to serve you the main course. In the main course, you have to imagine you are waking up early in the morning and you are like a film star. You are like a celebrity. Imagine Nagarjuna. Imagine a Rajnikanta. You are a Rajnikanta for all the men in that meeting. I'm telling you. Imagine the attention you will get. Your people will come behind you clicking your photo. And imagine all the ladies in the meeting. You can imagine like an actress, all will be looking at how beautiful you are. But you have to do this every morning. Second item in the main course is you have to wear the best of clothes. You know what? They say or clothes make up a man or a woman. So clothes is going to show your personality. 50% of the battle is won there only. Look pretty, look handsome, look beautiful. And what is more to be in store for you in the main course, I will slowly give you the secret for a miraculous life. You have to choose what you like the best as your resolution for this year. अरे I've heard these people talking. कल करे सो आज, आज करे सो अब. Why wait for the new year to come? Now is the best time. But before that, we have to see what is it in the first section of today. In first section, we are going to have prepared speeches with certain time limit given to each one of them. What are they going to do? They will show their confidence. They will show their persuasive skills. And in all this, they will try to show their various qualities. And to do this, I want to call our first speaker. He is very famous after that speech contest. If I say one word, you will know who that speaker is. Remember the word fart? Ayyo, he is only the one. Please welcome Toastmaster Preet. Toastmaster Preet is going to give his icebreaker. Please welcome Toastmaster Preet. And Mr. Preet, you have 5 to 7 minutes to introduce yourself in the best possible manner. Toastmaster Preet.
Thank you, TM Modi. So I'll wait for the timer. So timer, are we ready? Okay, let's start. At the age of 10, I started learning counting by gulping rasgullas. Rasgullas, yeah. A delicious sweet made of cottage cheese. Across India is loved by almost every Indian, though known with different name. In different part of India, like in Bengal, they call it Rasgulla. In Sanskrit, it is Rasgolkam and Rasgulla in the north, at least in Rajasthan, where I was born. My parents were very cautious, very heedful, and I must say, I was guarded by my parents for not to consume much sweet. I don't remember, I didn't notice this during my early days. I was a good mind controller, as all the time I was keeping my neurons busy in thinking to get some idea by which I can escape from school. And by the way, in North India, every weather is extreme. Waking up early in the morning is just waking up early in the morning and start your day is just learning the ropes for North Indian. Greeting Presiding Officer, Toastmaster of the Day, and fellow Toastmaster. This is Preet. My life is closely associated with the Rasgulla. My grandpa was owning a very big and famous sweet shop in my village. They say that pride comes with a price. Yes, it is. So my grandpa was suffering from diabetes, and my greatest father, he also followed his legacy in that sense. So it seems that was the genuine reason to keep me away from sweets from childhood itself, by keeping that thought that I will not continue that legacy going forward. And it was a good plan from my family. But one fine day, it flipped all sudden when I was diagnosed with jaundice. And the doctor prescribed me to have lot of rasgullas. For some times, of course. My house was few miles away from the shop, and it was not feasible to get rasgullas every day as and when needed. So the easiest way was to go to the shop and have it over there. So every day I started to go to the shop. This is how my life turned from sweet less to sweet full. Somehow, unknowingly, I was trying to break my own record by number of rasgullas consumed in a day. I forgot that it was short. The aim was I forgot it was aimed to be for the short term. I was privileged because of the jaundice, not because my grandpa is having the best sweet shop in the town. That 1 week of having rasgullas every day changed my view towards the life. Generally, in normal days in this world, people first take big decision and then they celebrate the decision with the sweet. In my case, it was totally opposite. That was totally opposite. Having 1 week of non-stop rasgullas helped me a lot to make the biggest decision of my life. So what was my decision? First decision I took that I will never continue with my family business. And the reason was clear to me. My father, I was able to see my father was going to shop every day at early morning and he was returning back to home at late in the night. He was not having any kind of leave and I never thought to continue in the same pace. Second reason, it was sweet to have sweets. So my sweet craving conquered me completely. So I decided to stick with the sweetful life. Post recovery, I became a sincere boy and started focusing on the study to achieve my goal of not to get involved in the family business. That was the only goal which I was aware. Again, I passed with great marks in my secondary. It was time for celebration. Again, I celebrated with rasgullas. Post jaundice, as I was become very sincere, so my family asked me to discuss about my career plan. But as per my view, my goal was not to get involved in the family business, whereas that was not the plan in my family perspective. So having based on that, the moment I was on the decision to make my next career move, I was asked to take the engineering, and somehow I become the engineer. Again, my love towards rasgulla was same. Then later I realized this much of consumption of sweet will have adverse effect on my health. So I decided to go for some activity where I can be independent. So I started running from that point of time. Then I started running. Every day I run for 1 kilometer, 5 kilometer. Then I started running 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer, 21 kilometer. My last run was for a full marathon, and I still keep running. I love to do that. So every day it is not necessary that I eat rasgulla, but every day whenever I run, I celebrate it with the rasgullas. Thank you. Back to you, TM Modi.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Preet, for the wonderful speech. You know what? How I am telling you secret about all the resolution. Please give your feedback to Toastmaster Preet on the chat. He is good, you know. It appraises you. He's learning the rope. He will also be motivated, you see. What I was telling you in my main course for the resolution, you should invest in the good quality of clothes, because they say secret, you see, 15% more you earn if you wear good clothes. But before that, one more secret I want to give you. And that one secret is you have to work hard. Yes, everybody works hard, but you know what happens? You have to either increase your sales or reduce your cost. In my hotel in Chennai, that's exactly what I do. More customers when the price is lesser. What is the bottom line? You have to increase and focus on what you want to expand. Before I tell you the next menu, I want to call the next Toastmaster for the speech. She's a very dynamic lady, excellent evaluation, and very good communication. She's going to give her speech, Project 1, Level 3. Ayo, speech title is Day 0. Please welcome Toastmaster Vibha. Toastmaster Vibha, Day 0.
Toastmaster Renu, before calling the speaker, can I present the purpose of the speech? Hello?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. So purpose of a speech, the purpose of this project is for the member to understand the type of persuasive speech and deliver persuasive speech at club meeting. The timing of this speech is 5 to 7. Good luck, my target speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh and Toastmaster Renu. I would like to share my screen. Just a minute.
For time, I'll just tap like this. My daughter's.
Sure, Avinash.
Please pin me.
So how many timer can you can start now?
Yeah.
How many of you have taken bath today? Good numbers. How many of you brush your teeth daily? Now, how many of you drink water daily? You must have been thinking what type of questions she's asking. So let me be precise with my questions. How many of you spend more than 10 minutes bathing daily? How many of you do not drink full glass of water given to you at home or at restaurant? How many of you forget to turn off the tap while brushing, while washing utensils, you're washing clothes? Great, good to see the numbers. Dear presiding officer, fellow Toastmaster and guests, this is Toastmaster Vibha. Day 0, when at least 1 million of houses in Cape Town, South Africa will no longer be having running water, was originally scheduled for 1st of April 2018. 3 years long drought hasn't ended, but severe water rationing limiting people to 50 liters of water per person per day had actually made a difference. And to put it into perspective, a normal average 375 liters of water a normal person uses in a daily life, and 50 liters have been given to the people in Cape Town at that time. In 2019, according to Stanford researchers, they said that the Cape Town drought is a sign of things that are going to come in the future. So we should be better prepared of it. Almost 1 billion of people live without clean drinking water. It is a global water crisis. And we can end this crisis in our lifetime, in our lifespan. But the thing is, we should first let people know that it is happening. Overall, 71% of Earth's surface is covered with water. We all know that. Out of which only 2.5% is the fresh water. And 2/3 of this fresh water itself is locked in ice cubes and glaciers. And according to the WHO report, recently they have explained that out of this 0.5%, only 0.007% water is consumable. And that is spread across 7 billion people of the world. 0.007%, such a limited number. And if we talk about India, so yes, India is one of the country which is facing this water scarcity issues. And it has been predicted that 21 cities in India itself, they are going to face the day zero. Talking about the research, WaterBit, they have in their article, they have mentioned currently 1.2% population of India is in the phase of day zero. They don't have clean water access right now. We all know that 2019 Chennai water scarcity issue, wherein the Chennai officials, they have declared themselves as day zero. The day zero had been reached to them because the 4 main reservoirs they were having, which was used to supply water to the city, had run dry. That's a big issue. India is already facing water crisis. And this global water crisis is the center crisis which we are facing in this century. We can manage this problem. We can only if we are willing to act now. There are multiple ways by which we can manage water crisis independently. We just have to take some initiatives. Do you know if you turn on the app and brush, how much water it is gonna take? 30 liters of water. And if you turn off and then brush, use it when it is required, it takes around 0.5 liters of water. If you wash your cars using shower, at that time, it takes around 100 liters of water. And if you use bucket, it would take around 20 to 30 liters of water or less than that. Any idea? We all have water purifiers at home. Would like to know any idea how much water it purifies in one go? Anyone want to?
10 liters.
Okay. Apologies, the question might have been articulated in a different way. It depends on the capacity of the purifier, but yes, given the water, it takes on an average, it purifies around 25% of water, and rest 75% of water went into. It's just a waste. But what actually I want to highlight here is it is not a waste water. It is just high in minerals, and we can reuse it. There are multiple ways by which we can reuse. Household chores, mopping, washing utensils and all, we can reuse that water. So one initiative which I would like to highlight here is this one. So 2 years back, we used to save this water into a container and we used to wash it daily utensils. When you take an initiative, people will come forward and help you out with different alternatives. That is what happened in my case. My brother has just converted that setup to some different setup. Now I have one tap water dispenser kind of thing. And we are approximately, given the purifier I am having, we are approximately saving 20 to 30 liters of water per day. Saving or reusing that. So that is the point I want to talk about it is up to us. Everyone has a role to play. We cannot afford to wait, so we must act. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vibha. You say I cannot see without my spectacles properly. Can everybody give her the feedback on the personal chat, please? Motivation, you see, she's learning the ropes, trying to appraise. Please help her. In the meantime, I would like to ask Toastmaster Avinash for the timer's report.
Both the speakers are eligible for award. Toastmaster Preet took 6 minutes and Toastmaster Vibha took 6 minutes 58 seconds. Over to you. Thank you.
Master Avinash with a wonderful report. You know what? I was telling everybody, you have to reduce your mobile bills by 30%. Headache nowadays, you see, in my hotel, all the customers chatting. And you know, oh, my menu will go on. First, please attempt for the poll. Please give your valuable vote for the best speaker. What I was telling you, see, you have to reduce your mobile bills by 30%. Use that money as your pocket money, no. Come to the Resolution Hotel in Chennai and enjoy over there the lovely dosa and idli and uttapam. You will love it, I tell you. One more thing in the menu I am telling you. You should also speak to 3 customers you have not spoken to since a very long time. Business strategy, you see, करना पड़ता है सर. नहीं किया ना तो धंधा नहीं बढ़ता है आगे. You have to do your learning the rope. You have to talk to 3 customers. Welcome them. This is the best strategy because it is not always you have to work on your weakness. You have to also sometimes outsource. Another secret. Don't waste time on your weaknesses. Too much time consuming. Outsource whatever help you need. Don't get into trainings. Get the work done. Earn good money. Focus on expanding. Personal development. Now, before we proceed with the further menu I have for you, I would like to call next person. You know what role he's going to do? He is taking us to the third part. Before we get into the third part, I want to know till now how much have all of you understood from my main course and the starters? Are you liking it? Are you nobody? I can't hear anybody.
Yes.
Yes, we like it.
We are enjoying it.
What is it that you have already been doing as a resolution for this entire year? Or you haven't started anything? What is it? Are you telling me fast? Okay, no.
Breaking the resolution.
Oh, that is not in my menu. Oh, Resolution Hotel is full of positivity. Nothing to break, all to join strong, make you sturdy and strong. I'm sure most of you must be waking up early. Anyway, looks like this resolution menu has to really gear up to make you all really going good. Now, taking you to the next section. The next section is of impromptu speaking. Now, when I ask you question, what resolution you are following? I had a big pause. Ayo, it is okay. Ekdam se if I ask you what you are doing, you will have nothing to speak. But impromptu speaking, you get some time, some seconds to think. For that, to run this section successfully and nicely and funnily, I have one person whom I want to call up on the stage. Please welcome Toastmaster. Ayo, am I forgetting his name? Ayo, sun, the synonym of a sun. Ayo, Surya. Ayo, Ravi, Ravindra. Please welcome Toastmaster Ravindra for as our TTM, Table Topic Master.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Please pardon, my camera is not working, so I'm not able to visible, but I'm audible, right? Great. So today, when I heard this resolution, what I remember is that my resolution was to read one more, So this time my resolution was to read more. So I put on a subtitle option on my Netflix app. So now I read more. So now my reading capacity has been improved. So see my resolution. So now today I am your Toastmaster Ravindra. So I am coming into my role now. So hello everyone, and with this good option, with this good evening, I am your Toastmaster Ravindra, table topic master Ravindra, and we have two parts in this impromptu speaking session. So first one, we have a round robin session where all get a chance to speak for 15 seconds, 15 seconds for each one, and then table topics where few of you would get a chance to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. So attempting to impromptu speaking help us to develop our four skills. First, our listening. So I will mention the topic only twice. Second, thinking, getting your points together. Third, organizing. The response would be a speech with the beginning, middle, and end. And the fourth one is your delivery. So I urge every speaker to use the word of the day and the phrase of the day in their speech. So we'll start with our round robin session, and I will begin with one sample story, and I shall speak for 15 seconds. I will stop at the buzzer, and then I will call out the next speaker and also the word to start with. Every speaker has to speak for 15 seconds, not less and not more. Request all of you, or request all the participants to keep their videos switched on for this session. So shall we start?
Yes, Toastmaster Ravindra, shall I share my screen or you?
Yes, please do, because I am not able to share my screen due to these video restrictions.
I have shared it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Avinash. So I will begin from myself. So last month, to enjoy wildlife, I went to National Park, Mumbai, and what I saw that Toastmaster Santosh was giving speech to all the wildlife animals to join the Toastmaster Club. Next, Toastmaster Santosh.
When I was in the zoo and all wildlife animal, I said that monkey, why do not join the Toastmaster and become a gentleman? And monkey said that I am already gentleman. Let's talk to the lion.
Next, Priya, Toastmaster Priya. Toastmaster Priya.
So the lion said that, yes, I would love to join the Toastmasters. There's a lot of discipline. I want to learn and also teach all the animals in the zoo.
Okay, Shubham, Toastmaster Shubham.
So as Santosh is saying, lion to join Toastmaster, but lion said, I have only one condition. I am joining in this condition. I will take only TMOD role. As I am the king of the jungle, so I want to be the king of meeting. So I encourage everyone to take TMOD.
Okay, Toastmaster Sesh. Toastmaster Sesh.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, then Lion will ask me, why do you want me to join the Toastmaster? I'll say Toastmaster is a kind of enhancing the quality of leadership, and you are already a leader. Just try to be a leader for human beings. Then it will be a new for him, and he will agree me at any cost. Over to you.
Toastmaster Preet.
I saw a sad pigeon. Pigeon told me that all these things are fine, but can you please stop encroachment of our natural habitat so we can also live like you human beings live? So please consider that thing before even you try to teach us.
Avinash.
When I saw the rabbit told me that I am the one who is reaching to everyone with a promptly for the communication and passing the messages at all. So that's the way I deal with that.
Vibha. Toastmaster Viva. Okay, Toastmaster Komal.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Komal.
Seeing all this conversation, Rabbit and Turtle said they were fighting for the timer role because of their famous fight for the time lessons. So yeah, they were fighting, and at the end, Rabbit won.
Okay, Toastmaster Hina.
While all our Toastmaster members were sitting and talking with different animals, I was sitting on a branch and looking at everyone and appraising everyone's use of language while trying to pitch their own communication skills.
Toastmaster Renu.
So the lion said, I want to have a idli dosa uttapam from the Resolution Hotel. I want to all the animals in the jungle to learning the rope and appraise by having idli dosa. Become totally vegetarian.
Moiz. Toastmaster Moiz.
So every animal is listening to Santosh mainly. So the cheetah is say, I am very fast, so I will run to every members and then call to say attend the meeting on a time and let's learning the ropes that.
Narayan.
And Toastmaster Santosh asked Peacock to join the Toastmasters club. And Peacock said, every time I am dancing according to others' tunes, if I come there, others should dance according to my tunes. This is what Peacock said.
Guest Atul. Guest Atul. Okay, Toastmaster Sanjay.
The only thing that I was reminded of when I was talking to all of these animals was the Jungle Book, and I started narrating the story of the Jungle Book. And all of a sudden, I saw my dear friend Mowgli there, who said, "Hey, I want to join Toastmasters." And the moment Mowgli said, "I want to join," all of the animals along with him.
Okay, guest Srikant. Guest Srikant. Okay, guest Yashashri. Guest Yashashri. Okay, is Viva there? She's left in last attempt. If she's there, we can. Otherwise, we can close for the round robin. Okay, so now we'll take a break. Thank you for everyone for attending this session and enjoying this, making this session very funny and enjoying. So thanks. Let's take a break for 2 minutes and maybe we'll again meet at 5 o'clock. Timer, Temodi, is that okay from the time perspective? 3 minutes break or 2 minutes is required?
At 5 we will start.
Okay, good. So at 5 we'll start again. Okay, welcome back everyone, and now we'll move to our next session, which is our table topic session. So for table topic session, we have a timing sequences for. We have a table timing sequences for table topic is a green at 1 minute, yellow at 1.5 minute, and red at 2 minutes. Buzzer will sound at 2 minutes 30 seconds. To qualify the best table topic speaker, you shall speak at least for 1 minute and max to 2 minutes 30 seconds. Let me now call the first speaker. Okay, so I will share my screen again. I will try. If not, then maybe find out another option. Let me know if you can see my screen. Yeah. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I will spin this wheel, and a few names I already have as an table topic participants. So once I will spin the wheel, the one name will be appear as a winner, but he will be the speaker, and then I will read the topic for that speaker, and then he can start with his speech. Okay, so should I spin the wheel, all the participants? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Wow, today's most famous person, Toastmaster Renu. Toastmaster Renu. So your today's topic is technology harms our future. Technology harms our future, pros and cons. Toastmaster Renu. Let me stop my screen. Yes.
Oh, yo, I will first say it harms.
Should I start?
Yeah, start it. I'm telling you, I'm in a hurry to speak. Less time, you see. I'm learning the rope, but appraise at the same time, you see. Technology is harming us. I told, in my menu card of Resolution Hotel, first thing, 30% of the mobile usage, cut. Are you not non-veg? Ayo, Rama, not non-veg. Cut 30% use of mobile phones. And I'm telling you, copy paste in Excel, Word. Oh my God, very good technology. Automation, very good technology. But you see, people nowadays are not using their brains. The kids I see, they're playing on the tab, the games. They don't know A for apple. They don't know B for ball. They know B for Bluetooth. Ayo, Ram. My school, I learned so many things so well. Technology good, technology bad. But don't forget to use your brain. God has done some programming. So much efforts for you he has taken. Use technology. Don't use it too much. But use your brain much. Thank you very much.
Timer, please note the time.
Yeah.
And let me share my screen again. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Sure. So I am spinning the wheel for the next participants. Superb. It's Mr. Toastmaster Sanjay. So welcome on the stage, Toastmaster Sanjay. And the topic for you is that, as per you, what's your thought on online Toastmaster online meeting and offline meeting, advantage and disadvantage? I will repeat. What is your thought or views on the online meetings and offline meeting, Toastmaster online meeting and offline meeting? Toastmaster.
How many of you?
Please unshare.
How many of you have never attended a Toastmasters meeting in person?
Me.
How many of you want to attend a Toastmasters meeting in person?
Me.
There are several members amongst us who joined Toastmasters when it was online. Presiding officer, Toastmasters, the Day Table Topics Master, dear Toastmasters and fellow guests. It takes me back to the time when I first joined Toastmasters. It was an in-person meeting. Well, the advantages are endless. I can't think of a disadvantage of an in-person meeting. However, over the last 1.5 years, we've been meeting online owing to various situations and the pandemic. Well, it's said that beggars are not choosers, and something is better than nothing. While I wouldn't want to complain about the online setup of Toastmasters, there are several things that we have as an advantage when we meet in person. Number one, I don't get to see most of you. Well, I will take this opportunity to point out that 9 of you have your videos off, and even my video was off throughout the meeting at some point of time or the other. We miss out on the real interactions. We miss out on people connections. Another element, there is no scope of body language. There's no scope of feeling, the sound of applause, and all of that is missing in the online setup. The advantages, if you ask me, is people can attend meeting from the comfort of their homes. But unfortunately, the comfort sometimes becomes too uncomfortable and becomes a discomfort for learning and for us to grow in the way that we are relaxed and the way that we multitask crazy sitting at homes. The advantages of in-person meetings are the fact that you get to speak in front of an audience from a stage, and it is extremely scary. However, on the contrary, the advantage, not the disadvantage, but the advantage of an online meeting is it is even scarier to talk to nobody. Well, right now, all of you think I'm looking at all of you, but I'm looking at a dead object, thankfully, my laptop that I'm staring at and looking into the screen, not even looking at all of your faces. Because if I look at all of your faces, then it would be left right here. So I think, well, the advantages clearly are on the higher side. So if it is a debate, offline meetings definitely win. Thank you. Back to the table topics master.
Thank you. Let me share my screen again. Okay, I will spin the wheel. And it's my choice. So I will select the random person from our team, and he or she should be come on stage for impromptu speaking. So I would like to request Komal, Toastmaster Komal, on the stage.
Am I audible?
Yes. So Toastmaster Komal, your subject is what are your strengths and weaknesses? What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Toastmaster Komal.
Oh, that is very wonderful question. Thanks for the topic. I have prepared for this question in most of my interviews. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? So I got that feeling for 2 minutes. And yeah, so coming to the topic, my strengths are I'm good listener. Second, I'm good leader, and I have excellent communication skills. And all these things are very comfortable when I'm talking in my native language in Marathi. But at the same time, my weaknesses are the same. I'm not confident while speaking in English, and that's why I'm here in Toastmasters. Uh, Due to my communication, my leadership quality also goes down a little bit. I cannot lead my team with that confidence which I have with my native language. So yeah, these are the things, like the same things are my strengths, and at the same time they are my weaknesses. And I'm happy that Toastmasters will help me to achieve my goal here. Thanks. Back to you, PMOD. Sorry, table topic master.
Thank you. And next, we have only one option, and the next speaker is Toastmaster Narayanan. Please come on the stage. Toastmaster Narayan, your subject is how do you define your success, or how do you define success? Toastmaster Narayan.
Dear presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, good evening. Success means different things to different people. For a child, passing out the examination is a huge success. For an adult, going to office and fulfilling their goals which the management has set for them, to achieve them, that is a success. For a spiritually powered person, enlightenment is the success. Or having a darshan of any lord will be considered as a success. So success means different things to different people, and most importantly, the success doesn't come easily. Success takes a lot of hard work, and patience and perseverance is needed so that we can achieve whatever we want to achieve in our life. When it comes to success for me, I think I am actually doing both of things, worldly thing as well as the spiritual path. So I am just wondering some miracle will happen to me so that I can get through this phase and be clear of what is it I want to do in my life. This is what I have to say about success. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Narayan, for your views on the subject, and thanks to all the table topics participants. And now I will call the timer reports. Timer, please share your timer report.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Table Topic Master Ravindra. Toastmaster Renu took 1 minute 22 seconds. Toastmaster Sanjay took 2 minutes 06 seconds. And Toastmaster Komal took 1 minute 02 seconds. And Toastmaster Narayan took 1 minute 22 seconds. So all table topic speakers are eligible for the voting.
Thank you, Timer. Thank you, Timer, for your report. I would like to request everyone to please vote for the best table topic speaker. Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for the voting. And now I would like to hand over to the Toastmaster of the day, Renu. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful session. Continuing with my resolution menu, this is not finishing. You have to listen carefully. It is going to do miracle for you in your life. You know what? Work creatively. You have to be positive. You have to give time to yourself. Pamper yourself. Love yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, "Ayyo, I am such a wonderful Toastmaster. So talented, so smart, so intelligent," and see the magic in your life. And you should also give love to everybody you meet. Be kind to them, or you don't hurt anybody. It hurts and it feels bad. But before I tell you to do anything further, I also have certain desserts for you. How many of you like sweet over here? How many of you eat sweet? Ayyo, lot of people in South India, you get that papdi. I tell you, ayyo, it is too good. The Mysore Pak, oh, I tell you, mouth watering. You guys will love it. But I don't have it over here right now. When I go to my hotel in Chennai, I will get it for everybody. Promise. So now what we have to do is, I will have to give you a quick dessert menu that I have from the Resolution Hotel. Although you have only 52 weekends, don't spoil it. Read it. See a lot of books. Eat well. Spend time with your family. No gadgets. No laptop. No mobile. And have a good quality time with your family. This is the main mantra for a happy, miraculous life. And to make it easy for you to go to your goal. With this, I now call upon Toastmaster Santosha, our most important man of the club. Toastmaster Santosha.
I think Renu, Subham is general evaluator.
So, let's finish the evaluation first, or in the BTM, right? We will do it first.
I am second evaluator.
No, but that will follow in the after the table topic only. It was to happen, right? The evaluations.
Yes, yes. So I think you should call the general evaluator, and then general evaluator will call evaluators, speech evaluators.
Okay. So now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Saisha.
Renu, I think so. We are not following the pattern, as you have to invite me, and I will invite all the evaluators as per our flow.
Okay.
So,
all right. I now call upon the Toastmaster Shubham, our general evaluator, to begin with the evaluation session.
Thanks, Renu, for this introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, district officers, TMOD, and presiding officer. As general evaluator, my task is to help to evaluate the prepared speeches and the meeting in general. To assist me, I have a couple of role players with me. I request Timer to give the timing guidelines for evaluation first.
You're on mute, Toastmaster.
Yes, Avinash.
Okay, yeah. For evaluation, we have two 3 minutes total. So I will give the green signal at 1 minute, and sorry, I missed that. 1 minute. Sorry, 2 minutes, and then yellow at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red at 3 minutes.
And also, please mention timing sequence for general evaluator also.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we will begin with the evaluation of prepared speeches, and I request Toastmaster Sash to evaluate our first speaker, Toastmaster Preet. So please welcome Toastmaster Sash on virtual stage.
Thank you so much. First, I would like to advise all of you to give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Preet for completing his icebreaker speech. Every one of you. Thank you. Toastmaster Preet, it was your first speech, and it is always said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step, and with this, you did a very fantastic and fabulous job. Let's see what I have for you that you can be evaluated and assessed in such manner. Your eye contact that turned from left to right, that connected with audience a lot by giving this speech that you liked sweets as a rasgulla, and that flow went further till your running pace where your family didn't allow you for engineer and forced you for getting work and employment in a shop. That is, the eye contact and expressions were very good of hand gestures. That was very excellent. The thing is, the flow was very excellent, starting from you like sweets letter, coming up to the engineer that you wish to become, and you had jaundice or other diabetes due to the sweets. The interesting content was made by you in your first speech. You had a great expression ways like eye contact, facial expressions, and other body movements. With this, I also like to say and give you one recommendation. The basic recommendation which you need to follow, that you also could have spoken about where you lacked in public speaking and communication, the reason behind you joined Toastmaster. Apart from this, you did a great job. You mentioned about yourself as the content and purpose is for the member to introduce himself to the club. You introduced well about yourself to all of us, and we got to know, we focused everything about your story in a kind of storytelling. Now let's see what are the basic things that you need to follow for becoming a public speaker. This is your first speech. I would recommend, when I was missing something, I was missing the content, I was missing the speech story. The thing is, you should overcome the voice tone and improve the vocal variety, and for that I would recommend you to increase the pace and speed of your speech by fluency of your language. Take pauses and transitions and in between of your speech so that it will be clear to audience. And the second recommendation, basic recommendations as per your first speech, is stand up and deliver the speech so that all the body expressions and gestures will be clear to the audience. And with this, they will focus more on your content and it will be clear to them. Clarity will be very powerful due to this. So remember basic recommendation, stand up and deliver the speech. And second, vocal variety, increase the pace and take pauses. Try this. And I wish you all the best for your next level. Over to you, General Evaluator.
You're on mute.
Thanks, Sesh, for this evaluation speech. Right now, I call upon stage our second evaluator, Toastmaster Santosh, for evaluating Toastmaster Vibha's speech. Over to you, Evaluator 2.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, General Evaluator and my fellow Toastmaster, and a special good evening, Toastmaster Vibha. Water, gift of the nature, And day 0, curse of the nature. Toastmaster Biva, you start your speech by asking the multi questions. And I was feeling that I am a student and sitting in the class, and ma'am can ask question anytime. So whatever you said, I listen everything very attentively. And this so that you know how to get the attention of your audience. Kudos to you. Toastmaster Biva, you start the speech with the image of half full water of glass. And then you took us very scary moment of Cape Town day 0. And again, you explain the how much water remain on the earth. And then you explain how water crisis in India going grow and grow. Believe me, Toastmaster Viva, I was scary. Then sudden, you come up with the solution. Solution how to save the water by small things. So thank you to improving us and learning rope of the water. Throughout the speech, your voice was very clear, loud, and whatever you said, very articulate way. You look confident, and you use appropriate hand movement. So job done well. If I may suggest you for the betterment of this speech, my first recommendation, bring the voice modulation in your voice, especially when you deliver the persuasive speech. You could have used in that way. Do you know how much water remain on the earth? That way you can convey your feeling along with the content to the audience. Second, you could have finished your speech by asking the question like, are you ready to become the smart water user? Reason that you start the speech with asking the question, and when you complete your speech with asking the question, it means that you are ready to get approval from the audience, and this is the best condition to deliver your persuasive speech. Apart from this, you have done great job. If I summarize my recommendation and summation, well structured, well written, well delivered, and follow my 2 recommendation, believe me, you will be the best speaker. Over to General Evaluator.
Thanks, Santosh, for this great report to Toastmaster Viva. I hope this report helps her to improve her next speech. Let me jump to our next part of evaluation, is evaluation about the role players. So let me call upon stage language evaluator, Toastmaster Hina on stage for language evaluation. Over to you, language evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shubham. I would like to share my screen. Okay. It's my turn to appraise today's meeting into smaller chunks of vocabulary and the words that we all used in the meeting. The word of the day today, the word appraise, was used by Toastmaster Renu for almost more than 6 times. And the phrase of the day was again used by Toastmaster Renu, Toastmaster Moise, Toastmaster Preet, and Toastmaster Santosh. So keep up the great usage of vocabulary. There was some great usage of vocabulary and words and sentences that I noticed in today's meeting. Some of them are clothes make the man or woman. 50% of the battle is won already. Miraculous life, keeping my neurons busy, invest in a good quality. Bottom line, what do you want to expand on? Play your part, be water smart, take initiatives. We can't afford to wait, so we must act. Outsource, dancing to my tunes, beggars are not choosers, and the journey of 1,000 miles begins with, there was a quote that I think I missed out on. Since we all of us are learning the ropes, it's also important for me to give a tip for all of us. One thing that I've noticed today was the use of metaphors. Metaphor is a figure of speech in which a word or phrase literally denoting one kind of object or idea that is used in place of another to suggest likeness or an analogy between them. So today, some of the metaphors that we observed was hotel resolution menu and starters that was wonderfully laid out by Toastmaster Renu. Main Hu Kal, the metaphor used by Toastmaster Avinash to depict the use of timer, Rasgullas in life as a comparison by Toastmaster Preet. And Toastmaster Shubham also mentioned that king is the king of the kingdom as well as the king of the meeting. So there are some metaphors that we can use and start being creative in our roles or our speeches from now on. That's my report, and over to you, Toastmaster Shubham.
Thanks, Toastmaster Hina, for this detailed report about language evaluation. Before going to next evaluator, first I want all of you to vote for best evaluator speaker. So just vote for the best evaluator. Okay. So next we'll move on to our R counter report by Toastmaster Moise. And for that, I call upon stage Toastmaster Moise. Over to you.
Thank you, Shubham. So here I'm sharing my report.
Yes.
So actually, I have ignored the Renu as per her disclaimer of starting of this meeting. So I have ignored Renu to count this every and filler words and phrases. So I not counted that. Apart from this, you can see Priya, Zasa, say is less than 5 times. No filler words and phrases. Then TM Santosh is also say 1 or 2 times. So it's less than 5 times. Hina less than 10 times. Ravindra more than 10 times said and filler words also less than 10 times. TM Avinash timer, he said more than 10 times and filler he has used more than filler words and phrases less than 5 times. Preet speaker one, he has used less than 10 times and filler words less than 10 times. TM Biba, the speaker two, she said less than 10 times and filler words and phrases less than 5 times. TM Evaluator says he said less than 5 times and use filler words less than 5 times. TM Sanjay, the table topic, he did not use any kind of crunch sounds and filler words and phrases. I found that. TM Komal uses this crunch sounds less than 10 times and filler words and phrases less than 10 times. And TM Narayan also use less than 10 times and filler words and phrases less than 10 times. So from me, if I found the flawless speaker, stable topic, TM Sanjay, he did not use any kind of or free filler words and phrases. Over to you, Shubham, General Evaluator.
Sorry. Thanks, Moise, for this report. Let me raise a poll for best auxiliary role player. So please vote for that. Then we'll go for my report. So again, very good evening to all. Before I going to start my evaluation report for each and every role player, first I mentioned it's not up to person specific, it's up to role specific. And in that we are not mentioning any kind of thing apart from your, we are always mentioning as per the Toastmaster guidelines that will helpful for you to develop yourself as a best speaker and as a confident person in your daily life. So let me start with our very major role player, Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Priya, first I welcome you after a very long time in the meeting, and you started meeting in a very good manner. You started meeting at sharp 4 o'clock, explained rules very well. You talked about topic little less. If you talked about little more, if you pointed out some more points about the topic, your insights about the topic, that will be really helpful for each and everyone, and also good for yourself also. You did spotlighting and all the roles that SA has to do really very well. So kudos to you for the role. And the little recommendation is, if you are a sergeant at arms, anyone, if they are taking sergeant at arms, they have to little more specific about the topic after their role explanation, and in between any kind of break, they can just mention their points. Next, I will come to our language evaluator report for our language evaluator. So Toastmaster Hina, job well done in each and every sense. You mentioned word of the day, phrase of the day on time. You encouraged each and everyone during the meeting to use word of the day and phrase of the day. You explained your word of the day and phrase of the day to each and everyone, and also give good example that really helpful for individual or guest to understand it very well in very short span of time. One recommendation for you in the report, as you mentioned as you mentioned the count, apart from mentioning the numbers, if you can color it, that will be more catchy for each and everyone. But the point in that you can mention tip and great usage, that's really kind of a praise for each and every role player. They are doing or they are attempting their role. Next, we will come to Toastmaster Moise, our counter report. Moise, today in your role, I see lots of confidence in your voice as you started in the role, as you started your role by introducing about the role and talking about the theme. Your voice note is very confident, and you are. This sounds like you have good hold on your good hold and command on your voice and on your words. Your report is crisp, but my recommendation is, as you mentioned, each and everyone names and each and everyone counts. That takes lots of time, and sometimes it not attracts the speaker or person just because it sounds monotonous for them. So if you are avoiding this and making a graph and show it to them, so that will be also good for you and it saves your time. So this is one of my recommendation. But you mentioned very detailed report. You mentioned it in 3 parts, like scratch sound and all this thing. That really good for each and every speaker to understand their standing in a stage. And also you mentioned most fluent speaker. That's really good attempt. This is my point for Toastmaster Moise. Third, if I came to timer report, so as we know, today we have only 2 speeches, but in one speech we have little change, and that was related to screen sharing. But Toastmaster Avinash come with the approach of showing us dice. That's really good, and for this innovative approach, kudos to you, Toastmaster Avinash. You keep track of time, and that's why we are before time in the meeting. So kudos to you, and no recommendation for timer rule. Next, I come to table topic masters report. Ravin, today you also sound very confident. Your voice command is really very well. As per your previous role, it's really a great role as I see you in every meeting, and you are improving yourself very, very well. So kudos to you on that. You explain your roles, regulation, topics, and all the things that required for a table topic speaker or a guest to indulge inside the meeting in between the meeting. So as they are coming in the meeting for the first time, so table topic speaker is the person who has to include them in between the meeting. So you did this very well. So kudos to you on that also. Topics are really very relatable and easy for each and every person. In round robin, if we can add little more humor, that will be good, but it's going really well in very streamlined flow. And only one recommendation are, as a table topic master, we have to keep track, we have to see time also. So as today we are beyond time, we are before time. So if you can add 1 or 2 table topic speaker, like some new members or some guests, so that will be encouragement for them. So this is one of the small recommendation for you from my side. Then if I come to evaluators report, so let me first come to first evaluator, Toastmaster Sash. So Toastmaster Sash, you used CRC approach with examples in between them, and you also capture the pointers that mentioned by your target speaker, Toastmaster Preet. As an icebreaker evaluator, you have to understand what's the good point and what's the pain point of your speaker. So you mentioned all this thing very well, but in one point I want to suggest you, in one point you recommend direct approach, but apart from that you have to use some more constructive kind of approach for that. So if you do it, if you're not saying anything directly and saying it with any kind of example, like in that part, you said you don't have to do that, do like this. So apart from that, if you give them example, then you are explaining, that's really good for you and develop yourself as a speaker. In some part, your voice modulation is little not very effective. So if you are working on it, that's really good for you. Kudos to you, you mastering the detailing of speech. So that's the good thing you raised very early in meetings. Next, I come to evaluator second report, Toastmaster Santosh. I have very less recommendation for you, but you started your speech evaluation with started mentioning story points to Toastmaster Vibha, like as her speech is about give us knowledge insights about the all the things. So you give each and every story points, and by pinpointing each and every point, you give her recommendation. That's really good for her to improve her speech next time. One point of you give each and you give all this kind of recommendation and all this thing in each and every point. So that will be really good for a speaker. Your excelled part is voice modulation. In today's evaluation speech, you give 3 to 4 kind of voice modulation that I noted, and that's really good for a speaker to understand in what point you want to mention him or her. So that's the good thing. No recommendation for you, and your recommendation for asking question to the speaker, that's not only for the speaker, but it's for each and every member. If they start with why, that's really good for them. Let me come to last but one of the most important role, Toastmaster of the day. So Toastmaster Renu, you did job very well. You started meeting on time. You started with one role, and till my entry, you are in that role. You are never leave that role in between any kind of a place. So you also publish agenda on time. You engage each and every members in the meeting and in the group also. Use of little Hindi is okay, but if we can avoid it, that's good. Like today we are using 2 or 3 Hindi phrases like in her report. So that's okay, but if we can avoid it, that's good for you, just good for each and everyone. You introduce role player as per TI standards, and if you can take consent consent from them before putting their name there, that will be good approach for TMOD. In some part you missed out, but that was okay. Like in evaluation, first you have to ask evaluator to come to stage and introduce their target speaker. So these are some recommendation. Please follow the TMOD guidelines. So that will be good for each and every TMOD to follow their role. So for that, if we can not, you are not getting any kind of TMOD TMOD role script, so you can ask VP Education to publish it on TMOD group. And if he is not doing it, so it's his mistake. So for this, we can use our TMOD flow. So that will be good for our meeting. Last, Toastmaster Santosh, for PO role, you introduced each and every guest also, and they are also feel overwhelmed when you are asking about their experience and asking about how they come. So this is good. You also explain views on theme, and that create room in very positive manner. So this is my report as a general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham. So I gave you from the Resolution Hotel, my Chennai hotel, I gave the starter menu, I gave you the main course menu, I also gave you the dessert. You don't remember the dessert? Your 52 weekends, you have, enjoy it, have fun with your family, your loved ones, read books, have a lot of chocolates and ice cream, and don't spoil your weekends. Trust me, this will make your life miraculously beautiful. Let this energy and let the focus flow. This will help you achieve all your goals. You know what? In the Resolution Hotel in Chennai, I give awards to all my staff. They do very hard work. You should also give awards, you know. But before that, I want to have a poll for the best role player here. Please, let's have a poll. In my Chennai, in my Resolution Hotel, my staff does very good work. That is why I follow the funda, focus on expanding, bringing the sales up and getting the cost down. That is the mantra. In Toastmasters also, we should give away awards, mementos. For that, I would like to call our presiding officer, Toastmaster Santosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renu, and feeling us that make us feel that we are into the restaurant and where we are having the South Indian dish. I hope all you enjoy the South Indian dishes today. Yes or no?
Yes, yes,
yes,
Yes.
absolutely yes.
Yes.
And so, are we ready with the?
Yes, we are ready.
I think we do not have the guest with us. So
all leave the meeting.
Yeah.
Before the time.
There's no question for asking the feedback. Yeah. So let's come on the point that
we are very early.
Yeah.
इसलिए मैंने अपनी रिपोर्ट लंबी की थी और
Okay. I think today menu was really very delicious. That's why
we finished the dishes
very early. Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, one more thing, one important announcement that okay, let's move on the award part. Then we will go for the announcement. So best prepared speaker of today evening, yes, Toastmaster Preet. Toastmaster Preet, congratulations. We love your Rasgulla. And
Thank you.
Tell us when you are going to take all of us for the Rasgulla party.
whenever you call upon our offline meeting.
Yes, point is noted. So again, congratulations and well done. Now moving on. Best table topic master, speaker, Toastmaster Sanjay.
But Sanjay is not.
I know that he's not with us. So from this video message, congratulations Sanjay for best table topic speaker. Best evaluator speaker. Thank you for appreciation. And the best helping hand and main pillar of this one of Toastmaster Hina. Toastmaster Hina, we all learn from the rope. Are you there, Toastmaster Hina?
Yes.
Yes. Congratulations.
Priya, picture is done.
Yes, Toastmaster Shubham, I'm taking that.
Thanks.
Done.
And today, role player of main chef of this entire things, Toastmaster Renu. Toastmaster Renu, congratulations.
I think we have to put the name Renu said us in starting. That original name.
And we want to learn how to change your voice.
My voice has changed. No, it is
Yes.
Voice is same, just style is changed.
No, she mean that voice and style.
Yes.
So congratulations, Renu. And with this, award ceremony is finished. Now I have one announcement that tomorrow we are our member Toastmaster Amit and Toastmaster Yatin are going to participate in area level contest. I request and urge every member to join the area level contest and encourage our
cheering up
member
only.
And cheer, because it is a really great moment for the Mane Toastmaster Club, and believe me, you will have the better and enriched experience that would you only get in twice in year. So don't lose that moment.
Anyone is free, so please let me know. We need lots of role players here.
Yes, so make the area level contest successful and take the part of the experience. You can pick the role, because right now we have so many roles still open. So not only they learn from the speakers and the winner speaker, but you also learn from the rope, means that by the practical. So with this, let's go with the group photo so that we make this meeting memorable and long lasting. Please turn on your camera and come up with the whatever you like pose.
Ravindra.
Done. And I urge everyone to give the big clap or big hand for the Toastmaster Preet, because today he's done his ice-breaking speech. In offline meeting, we always give the ice-breaking speech a standing ovation, but in online meeting, only the clap.